Hey, what's up? This is Rain, aka Gemini Ace, of course, one of your co-hosts of the Uncanny Gamers. And you're listening to the Uncanny Gamers, a special episode. I am currently headed to the Halo sneak peek event happening at the local GameStop. One of my local GameStops, I guess. I have to take a detour here. We just had like a torrential storm downpour type thing. But anyway, so I'm headed to that event. They're supposed to have some new Reach information. Some guy named like T Squared, some professional, quote-unquote professional gamer, is going to be there showing off some tips and tricks and stuff. So should be probably just be like a video. Hoping maybe for some type of swag. Maybe some firefight hands-on, but I kind of doubt it, because or else they would have been touting that pretty well on the website. So anyway, we are just headed towards there. Actually, I'm just alone, of course. You would have heard Phoenix by now if she was here, because I'd have been like, shut up. Yeah. So that is about it. I'm trying to get there, but I'm going to take some detours along the way because there's like power lines down and shit like that. So I guess I'm going to sign off because I need to save my battery. But the next thing you'll probably hear is stuff from the event. Like once I get inside, I'm going to hit the roll record button and we'll see what happens. Shit, I'm going to turn. Okay, I got to shut this off. So anyway, next thing you should hear is a little info on hopefully Halo Reach, and then I will be back later. Well, not later, but you know, I will shut up. Shut up, Rain. Watching a fat nerdy guys walk in. Oh wait, that's me. Here we go.
Are you here for Halo?
Yes.
Okay. Come on
And I'm old, apparently.
You guys put your name and phone number on there. First and last and phone number. And I'll get you guys some pins. Legibly enough for me to call it out. And this is the drawing for the Legendary Edition.
And there's going to be another one for a statue, right?
That's not for tonight.
Okay.
Before we get too hardcore, let's start with some basic training.
Yeah, is there
My main job on my team's career open is to head for the power. This helps you maintain map control and allows you to organize where I need to go. My personal favorite and specialty is the rocket launcher. In every map, whatever game type, make your goals into the rocket
that's what it is. That's what I said.
There are a couple key points to using this massive gun. First off, jump prior to shooting. This gives you a better angle on the opponent and also allows you to create a bigger distance between you and the ground below. The biggest mistake I see amateur players make is aiming at the enemy like a normal gun. Please stop, it is embarrassing. Put your reticle on the surrounding object like a wall, lamppost, or even the ground to create an explosion that is sure to send the enemy on respawn. Grenades in Halo Reach should be considered dangerous. Not like the rockets, but just as close. The key to throwing grenades is in the movement of your Spartan. You can actually change the direction and the distance of grenades just with the left joystick. If you're looking for a quick kill, carry around the plasma pistol and DMR combo. Charge up the plasma pistol, and when it's red, let it fire, quickly switch to your DMR, and finish off the headshot. They go together like peanut butter and jelly.
You know, when Bungie iterates on the Halo franchise and universe, they keep core principles protected, so the gunplay that you're used to is as tight, as focused, better in a lot of ways than it's ever been before. But what Bungie always does is add to that sandbox and add to that range of features that's available to players. So there's some things that people played with in the beta. There's armor abilities, for example. We've seen the jetpack, we've seen the sprinting ability, we've seen armor lockdown. There are a couple of others in there. We recently unveiled Hologram, and all of these add significant variety to the sandbox gameplay, both in campaign and in multiplayer. All of these things are featured in both modes, and all of them completely change the battlefield and the kind of exciting sandbox gameplay, the sort of unexpected moments that Halo is famous for as you play.
And I'm Private Chris from the same show.
Everyone here, remember, Blue is gearing up for the big changes coming in Halo Reach.
Yep. Moving to a new game can be a challenging time in any young video game character's life.
For example, you may find yourself experiencing an increased interest in alien species. Or.
Hey, come back with that! Or due to increased graphics, you may notice pixels in places you didn't have pixels before. Don't be scared. This is normal.
Or your voice may be changing, because they added an option in firefight mode.
There may even be new social pressure to wear the right armor and hang out in the cool maps.
All in all, moving to a new prequel can be a confusing time for anyone. That's why GameStop is holding Halo Fest, a place where all Halo fans can learn about the upcoming changes to expect as they move to Halo Reach. There's contests and prizes. You can even win a life-size Spartan statue when you pre-order at GameStop.
Just visit GameStop.com/HaloFest. And remember, you're not alone.
Right. Unless you don't have an internet connection.
Oh yeah, then you are alone. Totally alone.
Can we do it multiple times?
It says only one thing. He wants to promote the device. So if you have other phones, yes.
One of the more imperative but yet underrated parts of the Halo franchise has always been communication. Everybody knows how crucial teamwork is, and calling out enemy positions is the difference between a casual player and, well, a professional. The first step when you pop in your Halo Reach disc is to learn the levels and positions. With the map balls located on the bottom left of your screen, there's no excuse to be Microsoft Xbox Live. I'm not talking one with callouts. Be sure to give an up-to-date breakdown of where not only your enemies are, but also where you're heading on the map is just as important. Now that you're equipped with the tools that you need to be a team player, let's get down to where the real fun is: strategy. The reason it's such a blast is because once it's mastered, you stand no chance of losing. Here's the positions that my team uses on map Sword Base in order to establish Halo dominance. The golden rule is don't be a bottom feeder. Right from the beginning, the name of the game is get topside. The objective is to take cover in the high ground and watch each other's butts like you would your own. This strategy spreads your team across the map in order to force the other guys to spawn at the bottom, forcing them to scramble like ants. Each player has to know the role and not break away from the plan. Remember, communication and calling out enemy positions is key. Teammate number 1 is positioned at the top of the red lip on the glass edge. This is a crucial spot because you're covering the majority of the map. If anybody tries to sneak out on any of the bridges, he can put down cover fire and communicate to the rest of the team. Teammate number 2 is located at the red staircase, right below teammate number 1, watching the middle of yellow base, break room 1, and the yellow 1 lip. Be aware of any opponents trying to sneak or flank to the bottom of the map. Keep it simple, I just call them sneakers. Technically, you're in a supporting role by watching the back flanks or anybody trying to sneak up on the team. Teammate number 3 is located top yellow, bouncing from corner to corner between the doorway, just in case the opponents try to frag them out with grenades. Even though it may be a boring job, it is easily the most important. One of the more common ways a team tries to take back top control is through the lift, especially if they know your team is up there. Teammate number 4 is located right outside the yellow lip on the bridge to red. He is also interchangeable with teammate number 3, who is watching the yellow lip. If either of them gets weakened by enemy fire, they can switch positions until further notice. His role on the team is to control the middle of the map, the bridges, main lift, and anybody who tries to get up through the red vent. By the way, when you see my gamertag Super Square on Xbox Live, don't use these strategies.
Multiplayer advancements in Halo Reach are almost literally unlimited. There's a number of things that Bungie has done here. Of course, they've added new maps, and of course, they've added new weapons and vehicles and features to that multiplayer, and they made significant improvements in the netcode and the matchmaking experience. But there's some things in there that are just huge. I would call out Forge World as one. Forge World is a kind of a blank slate. At its sort of emotional center, it has a remake of Blood Gulch. But the area outside that famous Box Canyon is absolutely vast. And you now have the tools and the ability to make almost any map that you can think of within that space. So in that regard, you're literally getting an infinitely replayable multiplayer experience just with that one map. And that's for getting the new maps and the remakes that are making it into that matchmaking set. Secondly, I would say Firefight. In ODST, this was a new mod that was introduced and it was really cool and really fun. People said, hey, this is great, but I don't have friends to play with. I want matchmaking. So matchmaking is in there. Fully fledged matchmaking to Firefight. And a lot of other people said, this is great, but it feels a little one-sided. It would be great if I could have versus mode and play this against my friends as well as in collaboration with them. And so they've done that. Now you can take your turns to be either the bad guys or the good guys in Firefight matches, and you can hold off swarms of Covenant even as your friends play as a Covenant and try to take you down. And then, just like Capture the Flag, switch sides at halftime, and now you're the bad guys.
Hello, I'm Sarge from the popular web series, Red vs. Blue.
And I'm Private Griff from the same show.
Everyone here, Red vs. Blue, is gearing up for the big changes coming in Halo Reach.
Moving to a new game can be a challenging time in any young video game character's life.
For example, you may find yourself experiencing an increased interest in alien species.
Hey, come back with that! Or due to increased graphics, you may notice pixels in places you didn't have pixels before. Don't be scared. This is normal.
Or your voice may be changing. Because they added that option in Firefight mode.
There may even be new social pressure if you wear the right armor and hang out in the cool maps.
All in all, going to a new prequel can be a confusing time for anyone. That's why GameStop is holding Halo Fest, a place where all Halo fans can learn about the upcoming changes to expect as they move to Halo Reach. There's contests and prizes. You can even win a life-size Spartan statue when you pre-order at GameStop.
Just visit GameStop.com/Halo Fest. And remember, you're not alone.
Right. Unless you don't have an internet connection.
Oh yeah, then you are alone.
I'm running it right now. I'm so excited. I've had this stuff in 3 days. Alright, you guys.
Halo Reach multiplayer is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. But the thing I could be the most stoked about is the Halo Reach Firefight. Bungie knew what they were doing for the hardcore gamers when they made Reach's Firefight totally customizable. 2 words, mind-blowing. If you're a competitive gamer like me, this is right up your alley. You can actually create your own custom Firefight game type and save it to your hard drive for other gamers to play. I'm talking custom loadouts, weapon selections, skulls. You can even pick which Covenant you want coming out of the enemy dropships. With Score Attack and Versus mode being added to Firefight, you can actually compare your skills to the other guys on the leaderboard. Sounds legit, right? Tip number 1, using the target locator. This is a new gun introduced into the Halo series, and thank God it was. I hate Covenant vehicles, and I love multi-kills. So technically, you're getting the best of both worlds. The target locator will lock on, and then follow that same target to the very end. However, don't think you're Macho Man and try to take out all the Covenant at one time. Tip number 2, conserve your power weapons. Why waste all of your rockets, laser, and target locator ammo on petty grunts? Save it for the big dogs, or coming out in the later waves. One of the ways you do that is actually my next tip. Tip number 3, recycle your weapons. What is weapon recycling, you ask? Grab the power weapons and bring it back to a safe spot, preferably near a health pack or your teammate. The best time to do this is during the beginning of the game, or when the Covenant forces are at their weakest. Grab the power weapon, find the one you dropped, and keep running before the next wave comes. But be careful, if the weapon lays on the ground for too long, eventually it will disappear. So give it a nice little touch key once in a while to keep it fresh.
There are so many new features that we've added to Halo Reach. It's really hard to pick out a favorite, but I can tell you that mine, they're pretty different from each other. I think my favorite new armor ability is the jetpack. I just love that feeling of freedom and the way that it changes gunplay. You know, there's a difference between using a rocket launcher in a corridor and using a rocket launcher hovering above an arena. It feels amazing either way, but it definitely changes up the gameplay. I think, secondly, I love the new imposter system. It's a graphic system whereby objects that are in the distance are now rendered weirdly in much more detail than they ever were before by using this maybe misnamed imposter system. What it does is kind of approximate what those objects should look like at a distance. And the savings that the Bungie guys get in terms of pixels are pretty huge. So it means that your epic landscapes and your epic vistas are more epic than ever before. You can see further, you can see more stuff happening, you can see battles going on in the distance. Because it's Halo, usually you can get there and join in the action. And I think my third favorite feature is probably the entire collection of kind of social features. The Forge world, the ability to make any kind of map, any kind of gameplay style, any kind of action that you want using these really simple to use tools. I think we're going to see people who've never been interested in map making before making really incredible spaces to play in and really fun game types.
One of the coolest features in Halo Reach multiplayer beta is the armor loadouts. If you played the beta, you got hands-on experience how fun, competitive, and groundbreaking the loadouts are for the Halo franchise. For those of you who didn't play the beta, then you should probably listen up so you don't get pumped. Here are my 3 favorite armor loadouts, how to use them, and how not to get abused by them all at the same time. First, armor lock. Nothing beats escaping death with a good punch to the ground and invincibility, only to be rivaled with the old-school Halo overstrokes. The key is not jumping the gun because you're getting shot in the back. Evaluate the situation and use the armor lock only as a last resort. Don't waste your ammo and let off clips to your opponent mid-lock. The best way to counter the armor lock is wait for the Raging Spartan to calm down and place a grenade perfectly at his feet while it wears off. If you time it right, the enemy shield will still be down, and you can tally another kill to the stat sheet, baby. Spectre is designed for that little ninja in you. The active camouflage in previous Halo games was one of the most important things to control in order to win a game. Now you can have it handed to you prior to the game even starting. In maps where you fight over power weapons like the sniper rifle and rockets, the Spectre proves the most useful. The key to Spectre is not being dependent on your radar. Know where the opposing team is before you go invisible. The jetpack rounds out my top 3 because of how versatile it makes your team. On a map like Sword Base, where top control of the level is key, this loadout goes clutch. Also, there are tons of hiding spots only accessible with the jetpack, which gives you a huge advantage, especially with a sniper rifle. However, with pros comes cons. Using the jetpack blocks opposing enemies with long-range weapons, you know your predicted route since you're hanging in the air for so long. Pick and choose your battles while in the air. The more you're moving, the harder it is for you to shoot. It's all about timing and waiting for the right opportunity to jet into action.
Halo Reach is the biggest, most ambitious, and most epic Halo game ever made, without a shadow of a doubt. But the story is also big and epic and ambitious. It is an ensemble piece, so we have a team of 6 Spartans tasked with maybe the most difficult mission that any team of Spartans has ever been given, which is to hold off an entire Covenant invasion fleet, which has just discovered the whereabouts of Reach for its most well-defended military outpost at the far reaches of human space. If Reach falls, Earth is next. So the stakes are high, and the action is very, very intense. We get to see each of these characters, each of their abilities, each of their personalities interplay with each other in really exciting and important ways. These things change the way the game plays as well as the way the story plays out. If you're curious about the Halo universe, this is absolutely the perfect place to start. Would I call this Halo 4? In every meaningful sense of the word, yes. The chronology is out because it's a prequel, but if you think about Halo games as big epics, is this the next big epic? Yes, and then some. It's bigger in terms of scale and scope than any other Halo game so far.
With an epic campaign, an unparalleled set of features, and what will be the definitive multiplayer experience, the only question that remains is which edition of Halo Reach to choose. Well, your boy T-Squared is here to help you sort it all out. Halo Reach will come in 3 tasty flavors. If the standard version isn't enough to fill your Halo appetite, you have not 1, but 2 premium editions to choose from. First, the limited edition. This present straight out of Santa's Red Sack includes a game pack and an Ani black box, an exclusive elite armor set, and a stuffed artifact bag complete with Dr. Halsey's personal journal. Then, the big daddy of them all, the Halo Reach Legendary Edition. As though divined by the gods of gaming themselves, the Legendary Edition includes the complete limited edition, an exclusive Spartan Flaming Helmet armor effect, and a 10-inch hand-painted Noble Team statue crafted by McFarlane Toys. Now, just in case I haven't already blown your mind with Halo goodness, get ready to find out why GameStop is the place to pre-order your copy of Halo Reach today. Starting with the UA Multi-Threat Lightweight Mark V Mjolnir Armor. This GameStop exclusive armor variant will let you dress your Halo Reach alter ego to impress in both the single-player campaign and multiplayer. Finally, get ready to go large, as only GameStop gives you the chance to win your very own supersized Spartan. Modeled after the Legendary Edition statue, these life-size, hand-painted versions of the members of Noble Team took several weeks to produce. For more information on how to win your very own Spartan roommate, ask your GameStop representative or point your web browsers to www.gamestop.com/HaloFest. Alright gang, it's time to complete your PhD in pwning. Here's Professor T-Squared's final lesson. One of the keys to becoming a great Halo player is the ability to move throughout the map. However, one of my favorite things to do is outsmart somebody and catch them by surprise with my sneaky hiding spots and jumps. Nothing is better than dishing out my backsmart. Here are 6 extremely useful jumps and hiding spots on the map Powerhouse. The first hiding spot is found in the corner of the second level of the Powerhouse. Located behind the power pole is a dark corner only seen by the most keen eye. Jump towards the ledge and crouch with your back against the wall, checking all entrances to the Powerhouse. This is a perfect spot to post up with rockets or even your DMR. No Spectre needed. After you've snuck around in the darkness, head over to the dormitory and look in the corner for hiding spot number 2. Next to the health pack is a refrigerator. Jump towards the fridge, crouching into the corner, but be careful, don't hit your head on the roof. This spot is perfect for a close Team Slayer game, or is great to ambush Hulu's opponent. Head to the light for hiding spot number 3. That's right, I'm talking about the lamppost. Sounds crazy, but you can actually stay perched on each of the lampposts found in Powerhouse. This is not only useful for hiding spots, but if used correctly, you can create faster routes to certain areas of the map. The first jump, and most useful, starts on the top bridge rail, and eventually places you on a concrete fence, giving you not only cover, but the best vantage point on the map. Crouch jump onto the hump immediately, bounce a frag grenade off the wall in front of you, and use the explosion to go to the top of the concrete fence. Now let it rain. Jump number 2 is a 3-part process, but if mastered, you'll find the other team with their pants down. Head to the spillway near Rocket Spawn, then jump onto the lip of the waterfall. Depending on the scenario, you can elect to stay here or pursue the rest of the jump. Look to the right and you will see a small ledge. Leap towards that ledge and immediately you can boost onto the bridge. This is a great way to get an angle on Powerhouse too. If you really want to take it to the extremes, jump onto the lamppost, grenade your feet, and head to what I like to call the T-Squared spot, located on the very top of Powerhouse. Once you get to the roof, you have a short 10-second window to push towards the ledge. Squeeze through the walls to your side, and voila, the T-Squared spot. Jump number 3 is the perfect way to wiggle wobble your way out the shed. In the front of the building, there's a window that you can jump through. Crouch, jump into the window, landing your feet at the bottom of the ledge. From here, you're free to roam, and one of my favorite plays is to jump to the left, find the lamppost, and head towards the Powerhouse. That's right, you mad. Thanks for coming to the GameStop Halo Reach After Hours event. If you haven't already, be sure to reserve your copy of the Xbox 360 exclusive Halo Reach, launching September 14th, 2010. This has been your host T-Squared, and I'll see you on Xbox Live.
Well, there you go. I don't know right at this moment how much I recorded. I got about 34 minutes of that, which as you'll hear is a lot of repetition. It looks like they basically put the video together, and between every little T-Squared segment, they put the same red versus blue video. So we all know that red versus blue is being paid handsomely for this crap. But anyway, yeah, so basically, T-Squared gave you some tips and tricks for a couple of the maps and, some strategies and, what he does. And then, of course, ran down the editions of Halo Reach that are available for pre-order at GameStop. Woohoo! So, the main reason I wanted to go because of the drawing to win the Halo Reach Legendary Edition. And, of course, This is just, oh, this just burns my ass. Of course, the guy that walks in like 9:30, or that's like 9:20. It was something like that. He walks in. Oh, what's the event for? What is, basically, I didn't even know what this was, but here, let me enter. And then he wins. This dude's like, I don't even have a job. I've been looking for a job. Oh, this is so great. And, whoopee for him. But come on. You didn't even put in the time or do anything else. You're not the one podcasting about it either, jerk. So, yeah, that really chaps my ass. But, oh well. Yeah, it's worth a shot. You never know. So anyway, you've been listening to this exclusive Uncanny Gamers episode had the Halo Reach special GameStop sneak peek. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to get a hold of us, you can go to theuncannygamers.com. Or if you want to, I'm probably going to type up a little thing about this on platformnation.com, so you can check that out over there and all the other stuff over there. And until me and Phoenix get together and do another proper episode or whatever happens, I will see you guys later. Thanks for listening, and peace out.